Again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go!
Mark the hunt! 180!
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Yellow, yellow, yellow!
55 mark, guys.
Hey! I-7!
Cousins now to throw on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go! Here we go! 6 yards! Get time, 10 minutes. It's a 6. Do it. Half. 10. 10. Check.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Throwing, Vic. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Here we go.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Vic, option right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Come on, set. Hey, we got to get this
second and 13. Vick, pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And out now come the Vikings. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down now, it's Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. A first down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now Cousins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins to throw it. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's it, baby. Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10. A first down throw coming for Vick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Go. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go. Hey, hey. And the ball.
On second down, Vick again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check, check. 40's month. 40's a month. 40's a month. Go. Get nervous, man. We ain't in the game to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 46 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
45, 45.
Again, it's Cousins. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on second and long. Vick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He sets into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. Slam. 40's the money. Bring it.
Vick back around his own goal line. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Vick readies to throw. Forced out to his left. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Vick. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Ben Gideon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Check.
After the sack on 1st down, Vick fighting through. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kentrell Brothers in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Hey, orbit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Lets it fly for Thielen. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. 51 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Vick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now here's Vick. Flush to his right. He completes it to Jones. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. I'm scared. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the...
Vic to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Gets it off to Freeman. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Falcons 7. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, folks. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
First down, Vic. Dancing to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
You got three down. All day, just like that. Mike 40.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Vic being chased out left. Incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Got one. 40's Mike.
3rd and long for Vic. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun. Cousins going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
So here's Vic following the interception. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw, Vic. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
First. Wait, that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the curl, watch the curls.
Throwing, Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 16 yards, a first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 9, check 9. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Yeah, check, hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 4. Oh, try. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Vic operating on first down. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right in. Mike 40, Mike 40. Ricky. Check. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
On play action, Vic steps away. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he finds Cook. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Cousins to throw it, and he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Throwing, Vic steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
One.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Vic now. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw again. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. 6 to 6. Roll it. Ha. Watch twist.
A 1st down throw coming for Vic. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kentrell Brothers in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Vic back around his own goal line. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 93 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Again, it'll be Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Vic, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jahan, 180!
Watch the out, watch the out. Hey, check right, check right.
Throwing here, Cousins.
Get out the field, defense.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. So
now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, eat. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. First down, Vic. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Following the interception, Cousins.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. after the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
At their own 20-yard line.
Back to it after the pick 6. Vick escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for Eric Silver. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now here's Vick. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem